But here's the thing of all this hand-wringing in the media. He was found not guilty. He was acquitted. Like, should he never be able to support his family doing the profession that he's trained to do ever again? He not only was he found not guilty at trial, he wasn't charged or found of wrongdoing in 2 separate police investigations. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason in the world why a police department, a sheriff's office would not hire him to continue to go about doing his job.
Actually, so 3 minutes ago, there was a press release from Derek Sanders put out that says, today I met with Deputy Burbank and discussed the impacts of his employment at our agency. At the end of the discussion, Deputy Burbank resigned his position. And
What?
it was accepted. That is so
That just happened?
sad. Yes. Wow, that's really disappointing.
That is so disappointing.
We're gonna
Can
have
you
to
read
reach
the
out
full
to
press
him.
release?
Well, it's very long.
Well, will you
when
want
I
to
made
forward
the
it to me
deci-
quick before we get off the air? I know we got to
There you
go on
When
time.
I made the decision to hire Deputy Burbank, I failed to consider the greater community impact and instead made the decision based on business needs to remedy Thurston County Sheriff's Office staffing crisis. Furthermore, I entirely misjudged community perception on the investigation and jury process that Deputy Burbank completed. I recognize the harm that this has caused and to marginalized communities, and I was wrong. I mean,
This
it
is
goes
Sheriff
on.
Derek Sanders?
Yes, but remember he did this before.
Sheriff.
What?
Here, I thought this was like a sane sheriff. Remember before he like endorsed a school board candidate, then people got mad at him and he took the endorsement back?
and we shamed him for it.
How could you not? I'm sorry, Sheriff. You know, I like you, but how could you not anticipate what the community, and by community, we're talking about a small segment of the community and the media that's going to be pushing all of that through. How could you not anticipate that? How could you not anticipate that in hiring an officer who was just cleared of a murder charge? And so this has to be, and it is just a response to community pushback. But I would ask you again, how widespread is that? You always have a small segment of the community that's going to create a lot of noise. And do you listen to them, or do you stick with your initial instincts and say, hey, this is a patrol officer who has experience, we can lateral him, he was found not guilty, or whatever it is. So this is incredibly disappointing. And yeah, we just found out about that. Nicole just got a thing. Was somebody saying in the chat that he was fired, or
No, I just happened to have the page up still and
crazy?
popped up.
That's insane.
Wild.
That's really disappointing. We'll reach out to Sheriff Sanders and talk to him about that decision making. But look, again, what else do you want of this person? They were prosecuted by an attorney general who had a vendetta, who has a record of unsuccessfully prosecuting police officers. They were cleared of wrongdoing. And he can't move on with his life because the media wants to continue to hound him, and because activists want to continue to, who already hate police, by the way. People who, you don't have to have gone to trial for murder as a police officer for a particular segment of our society to hate you with every fiber of their being and to question every single thing that you do. So is this who we're going to give in to now? And he can never make a living as a police officer for his family? Under the eyes of the law, he's innocent. It wasn't just a push, right? It wasn't just a hung jury or something. He was found innocent. He was found innocent. And now you're going to do this. And that might be the most disappointed I've ever been in someone who I had a lot of hope for.
We really like him, and I thought he had learned after the first time. You don't listen to these ridiculous...
Because the mob's never satisfied. The mob's never satiated. And that's what I said at the time about Sheriff Sanders. And I know he's kind of new to this or whatever it is, but that mob, they will continue time and time again to come after you. And now they know you're weak. And now they know you're weak. And now they know you'll bend. Because you've done it not once but twice. And this might be really genuinely you feel like you made a miscalculation and you made a mistake. But that's the kind of thing that needs to be considered before you do it. All the cards are on the table. You know 100% what the reaction is going to be in a state like this when you hire a patrol deputy who is just cleared of murder. The fact that those calculations wouldn't have been made, and once you make the decision, you're ready to stand beside your decision. So this is a huge, huge just miss and miscalculation. So we will absolutely follow up with this on the show tomorrow. We'll talk about it off the top of the show. How does that sound?